All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1020, Jenkins case. Judge, both parties have been sworn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Harrison?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I am here today to request child support and back pay for my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay. And where is Dad?
That's a really good question. I'm wondering the same myself.
I mean, me too. It looks like he was served to be here today.
Yep.
So we can just continue without him.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know how much Dad makes? Do you have any financial information on him whatsoever?
I know he definitely makes over $100K a year.
Okay. And what does he do for a living?
He's a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon, all right. Do you have an exact...
Miss Harrison has filed a lawsuit to obtain child support and back pay for her 2-year-old daughter. Despite being properly served, the child's father, a well-paid neurosurgeon, fails to appear in court. His absence does not halt the proceedings as the judge moves forward without delay. Miss Harrison claims that the father earns over $130,000 annually, but has not provided any financial support for their child. As the judge prepares to rule on his financial responsibilities, the case is unfolding into a tense legal battle.
Amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know how long he's been a neurosurgeon?
About at least 7 years. 7
years, okay. And you said he makes over 100. Do you have an exact number that he makes?
If I had to guesstimate, I would say about 130.
130? That's about average?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And did you do any research to see if that was like customary for somebody who's been a neurosurgeon for all that time? Or is that like entry?
I think that's about average, so it definitely could be higher.
Okay, so we'll just base it at that then.
Okay.
Okay, and then you say you're requesting back pay.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, he hasn't provided anything?
That's correct.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. My name is Vonda Bailey and I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Texas, and I handle matters that are related to child support, child custody, divorce, and adoption. So if you need help in any one of those areas, please feel free to give me a call.
I provide health care and daycare for my daughter.
Thank you for saying that. How much is health care?
That is about $125.
$125?
Monthly, yes.
Okay. And the $125, is that for your daughter only, or is that for you as well?
Daughter only.
Okay.
Miss Harrison takes the stand with confidence, presenting her case with clarity and precision. She highlights the fact that the child's father, a neurosurgeon earning approximately $130,000 per year, has completely failed to fulfill his financial responsibilities. Despite his substantial income, he has not contributed to their daughter's upbringing, leaving Miss Harrison to cover all expenses alone, including health care and daycare. The judge listens intently, acknowledging the stark financial imbalance between the two. Her testimony reinforces the gravity of the situation, portraying a mother fighting for the financial support her child rightfully deserves. With each statement, the case gains momentum, moving steadily toward a decisive ruling.
So we're going to do some calculations here. Does he have any other children?
Yes, he has 2 other children.
2 other children, okay. So, based that on 16%. And he will have to reimburse you the $125 back per month for the child. He's not here to dispute or say anything different, so it'll be based on the testimony that you provide, assuming of course that you're being honest about what the numbers are. Based on 130, roughly about 130, I have his gross at $11,333 a month, which brings his net to $8,550. Reimbursement for the $125 health insurance child support amount comes out to $1,485. Now you said you want back child support. Are you asking for that for the past 24 months since your daughter has been born, or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been in and out of the picture, but not financially, and I truly believe parenting it takes both sides to be there, so.
I mean, correct. I just wasn't sure if you were asking from the date of birth or it was a certain number of months that you were looking for.
Yeah, 24 months.
24 months, okay. So, 1,485 at the past 24 months is $35,640 a month. So, what we'll do, because that number is so high, is add $500 for the back pay.
My name's Naru Witherspoon. I'm an attorney and I'm licensed in Illinois, Texas, and Missouri. I handle cases for families all over the nation. And I want to talk to you about Vonda Bailey. Vonda Bailey is a family law attorney and she handles high-profile, high-net-worth cases. If you're listening to this message and you're a high-value individual, a high-profile individual, you must give Vonda Bailey a call. What does that mean? If you have properties, if you have assets, if you have 401k plans, compensation packages that are complex, I want you to give Vonda Bailey a call. Vonda Bailey, she's an amazing attorney. She might be expensive, but it's worth it. Give Vonda Bailey a call.
The judge wastes no time meticulously calculating the father's child support obligation based on his estimated annual income. Taking into account necessary expenses, including healthcare costs, and the fact that he has 2 other children, the judge reaches a decision. He must pay $1,485 per month in child support. However, Miss Harrison isn't stopping there. She also requests back pay for the past 24 months, which the judge grants without hesitation. To settle the $35,640 in arrears, an additional $500 per month is added on top of the regular payments. Since the father failed to appear in court, he forfeits his right to dispute these calculations, and the judge issues a default order. This case serves as a textbook example of how failing to show up in court can lead to serious financial repercussions. The ruling is final, and the consequences are unavoidable.
So pretty much after the $35,640 is paid off, the $500 that you will be receiving additionally will go back down to the $1,485. So $1,485 plus $500, that brings your monthly obligation, well, his monthly obligation that you will receive for the child to $1,985. Okay? And that obligation will start on the 1st of next month, and once the withholding order and everything goes to his employer, you'll receive that amount every month. Okay. Now, he has the right to come back and dispute that if he believes the amount is incorrect, but today, because he didn't show up, I'm going to go ahead and enter a default.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Just one quick question. If my number is lower and it turns out that he does with me more, is that number going to change?
That's a great question, and yes, it will change.
Okay.
Unless he can, like I said, if he can bring in something that shows differently, and if he brings in any financial documents that shows that it's higher, his child support will be raised.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, you are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before concluding the proceedings, the judge makes a crucial point. The father has the right to challenge the ruling in the future, but only if he can provide solid evidence that his income differs from the court's estimate. Until then, the decision stands, and Miss Harrison will receive $1,985 per month, including a structured arrears repayment plan. The judge delivers a firm warning about the consequences of ignoring legal obligations, emphasizing that failing to appear in court can lead to serious financial and legal repercussions. This case serves as a stark reminder that courts do not wait for those who refuse to show up, and neither does justice. The ruling underscores a critical lesson. Avoiding the courtroom is not a strategy for escaping child support responsibilities. As the case comes to a close, Judge Werby makes it clear. The father's absence did not shield him from a court order. Instead, it only worsened his situation. Despite his failure to appear, the court still ruled in Miss Harrison's favor, demonstrating that ignoring legal proceedings does not make them disappear. The judge reinforces that once an individual has been served, attendance is not optional, and the court retains full authority to proceed in their absence. This case is more than just one parent avoiding responsibility. It is a powerful example of how the legal system ensures that children receive the financial support they deserve. Whether driven by legal principles or personal disputes, the message is unmistakable. You can try to run from court, but you cannot escape the consequences.